Okay, good afternoon. My name is Adam. I'm a wedding photographer based in southern Japan, and I also actually shoot a lot of water photography, a lot of surf photography, a lot of freediving and ocean photography. One of the questions I get asked, or probably the question I get asked the most, is how do you actually get into surf photography? What gear do you need? What's the cheapest way in, that sort of thing? Okay, so what I'll do at the start is actually show you my current setup. Now, this setup here is an AquaTech Edge housing. This is AquaTech's latest housing. Now, this is actually a surf specific housing, and what that means is it's only rated to about 10 meters in depth, so you can only go down to about 30 feet. Now, that's actually okay for me, even with freediving and spearfishing. I'm okay to shoot this. This setup here is designed for this back plate here is designed for a Sony A7R4, Sony A7S3. And what happens with AquaTech, and probably one of the reasons I like the brand so much, is if, for instance, I go and change my camera setup, basically what I can do, I can just turn that around like this. I can get it back essentially specific for the next camera that I'm going to put in there, and then the camera is going to basically slide straight in there like that. I put the back on, and that's actually a way to go. That's ready to go. So this setup here is set up for a 35mm Sigma 1.4 art lens, and it's an amazing setup. I love it. If, for instance, I had a longer lens on there, I would get an extension port like this one here. That would actually say screw on there like that, and then you can put that on there, and that takes like a longer lens. But not everyone wants to go out and spend $3,000 on a setup to find out if they do actually enjoy it. What you could do, you could buy an older system like this. This again is still AquaTech. I paid $400 for this, and it actually had a series of ports, and it actually had two back plates. This back plate is designed for a Nikon D850, which is an amazing camera. This one is a generic. This is a generic back plate. Essentially, what you do, you set up your camera, and then basically you slide it into the housing, and then you're away to go. So you're going to work a lot more on auto, whether that's auto ISO or auto aperture or full auto, whatever you actually want to do. And that's that setup. So that's a really, really easy way to get into it as well. Probably where I would suggest most people start is here. Okay, I love this camera. It's called Nikonos V. So this is the 5th version. It's actually made by Nikon, if you can actually see that. It's made by Nikon, and its history goes back to about 1963, I'm pretty sure. They made a Nikonos 1. It was called a Nikonos. Oh, no. The Nikonos 1 was... The first version was made by a French company, and then Nikon bought the company out and then developed the design further and further. So this is a film camera. I use two lenses predominantly. I use a 35mm and I use an 80mm. Essentially the same lenses that I use, or the same focal lengths I'd use for essentially weddings. These two lenses are the only lenses for the Nikonos that will work outside of the water. Now, when I say work, they will be sharp. So if you take photos of this outside of the water, you can shoot it in the water, on the land, both is fine. All the other lenses made for Nikonos, the Nikonos lenses, will be basically blurry because they've been developed for the refraction that occurs underneath the water. So that's actually the lens there. Okay, and that actually just slides on there like that, and you're away to go. This is a This is a really fun camera to use actually, and the photos it takes are amazing. Like, they're so cool. So even if you do want to be a bit of a hipster and get into the film, this is the way to go. You do have to set your aperture manually, and you do have to set your distance that you want to shoot the photo in. So let's say, for instance, you want to take the 35, you're looking for a long board shot. You might say, look, I want to get a really tight long board shot, and you'll set the distance at, say, between 1.5 and 3 meters, and that's with an aperture of f8. If I dial that back to f2.5, then I've got between 2 meters and 220 that the image will be sharp. So that's actually a lot harder. So put that probably about f8 if you're going to jump in the water, and then you set your distances, roughly what you want to shoot, and then you're away to go. I paid about $200 for this, and it came with a full set. It came with a strobe, case, essentially everything. Yeah, great way to start. With AquaTech, as I said, probably one of the reasons why I do like it the most is it's so adaptable. No matter what camera I've got, I can just adjust this, adjust the back plate to the camera, and then away I go. This lens here is a smaller lens. This is designed for a very short lens, probably the little Tamron 20, which I love, or a little 14mm, which is also a nice wide one, and that just screws off like that. One of the other lenses that I enjoy would be this one here. This is the fisheye. This takes amazing, actually, half and half shots. So that goes in like that, and then you're set up and ready to go. So really good. So you have the water level about there, so you've got, say, fish or whatever is underneath, and you've got the surfer above, or what have you. Great way to take shots. But that's probably the 3 setups that I do. This one here, this is my current setup. I've got the Action Pro, DJI Action Pro 5 sitting up top, so I'll take video with that one, and I'll take photos with the bottom one. I can actually take video with this one as well, with the bottom base, but generally speaking, I'm focusing on the stills, and then I'll use the big camera for the stills, and the DJI at 4K 60 or 120, whatever it is, for the video. This setup here, this has got the optional pistol grip, which is great, especially for surf, because essentially the waves going past you, you're sinking down, you can actually have that above you like that, or out of the waves, but when you're going under, and you can still get that shot. But that's my current setup. The AquaTech, 2 AquaTech housings. So here, one more time, this is probably $3,000. $3,000. What? $400 and maybe $200. This is where I recommend everyone start. It gives the most amazing images. So cool, such a good vibe with the camera. Or once you sort of pass that one, maybe look at the some second-hand gear like that. Again, that's $400. Or this is where you'll end up, more than likely. I find it amazing fun, and I'm sure if you've made it this far, you will too. So if you liked the video, if you found it useful, please subscribe, and we'll see if we can grow the channel. Let me know if you'd like to know anything else.